Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Learning with PT podcast. I am your host, artist PT Russell. This is a podcast that highlights creative voices from all over the world. And today we have some local talent. We have an urban cityscape artist by the name of Sujesh Chitty. Am I pronouncing your name correctly, Sujesh?
Excellent. Perfect. How are you, PT?
All right. And how are you today? I'm good. I'm
I'm doing.
thawing out because outside was really cold today, this morning,
It
having
is. It
another
is.
a
It is
cold
minus
snap.
16 when I drop my kids to school. Yeah, yeah, absolutely. Nice.
Yes. The first time I met you a few years ago at it was an art festival in the Darrington area, and I saw your work and immediately fell in love with all of the energy of your pieces. So very vibrant, the colors, the movement, lots of movement in your art. And I was like, very captivating. And you had this piece of a horse. Do you still have that piece? It was on like a tapestry or something. It was a really big piece of
Yeah,
this horse that you did
yeah,
there at
yeah, yeah.
the new camp. Yes, at the festival. Do you still have that piece, the horse?
Yeah, I still have the piece. Yeah, I was wrapped in a canvas. I still have it wrapped it somewhere in the garage. I still have it. Yes. You remember
Oh,
it
okay.
perfectly.
Yeah. Oh, yes, I did. And all of the other wonderful pieces that you had on display. And when did you start? When did you start painting? When were you first introduced to art?
I was, as many artists are like many kids are, like, I was so fascinated with painting, and that was the only thing that was sticking on to me, and I was sticking on to that, and I never lost it. I'm still continuing the same journey from my childhood days. I remember it was grade 7 or 8, I think. I won a prize for at grade 4, I think, and that time onwards, I was so captivated, and I was painting from that time onwards, um, like all the time. I was so bad in studies, to escape the study, I jump onto the painting and
You, s-
sketching, drawing, and
oh,
yeah.
wow. And what first subjects, what
Can you
did
hear me?
you draw first? What things interested you when you first started drawing?
I mean, not very particularly. The first thing I draw was I remember the birds. I drew birds, like peacock, and then I remember my grandmother when she used to have all these mythological books that she used to read, and I used to draw them, like copy those kind of like gods, like Indian mythological characters. Uh, so I used to sketch them in a paper book, like all the time, and it was fun to me. Um, yeah, that's how it started, and I don't know. No particular interest. That was my whole interest, by the way. It's just drawing anything, like cars, people, um, uh, not any particular subject for that matter. But then I just draw. I love drawing. I know how to hold the pencil perfectly, or but I
That's
draw
fair.
like everybody, I guess.
Yes. Yes. Well, a lot of people draw and some people don't, but you obviously have a talent for it and a keen interest and a passion. And that passion comes through in your pieces that you create. And we will show the audience very shortly a few examples of some of your works. Now, you have recently been involved in hosting workshops. Can you tell us more about those workshops that you're involved with?
Yeah, there's a for the past 2 years, maybe probably roughly around 2.5 years. I've been hosting a small workshop at a small gallery here. Um, so it has been interesting, like people come to learn. Like no with no particular like subject matter would be like wide range of landscapes, like urbanscapes or like landscapes. So I show them the process basically from start to the end. It's in 2-3 sessions. Basically, it's fun. It's not being very careful about drawing. We just do the rough layout of any picture that we have, and then continue with the stages. The two or three stages basically. So um, and it's fascinating to teach the process, um, and um, and I hope they had fun.
And do you find that your audience, your attendees, that they are
Hmm.
more beginners or are they seasoned artists? Or there's just a mixture of different
I
types
mean,
of people there? What
everybody like who's comes to the class, or they have a passion to draw, or the drive to draw, and that's what is more needed. And then many people, they're scared of applying the paint initially, but so I just teach them the loosen the brushwork, or not being very careful about painting a drawing. Just make a mistake, and through your process of making the mistake, you make a mistake, and then you correct it as you keep progressing,
Mhm.
like in every stage. So you in life as well, like we make mistake naturally, as a kid, adults, we make mistake, we correct it as we keep going, we refine it. So
Yes.
I believe it's my art is in a very similar pattern, or in a very similar fashion. It's like you keep um, changing, and you keep enhancing it in the right way as you keep developing it. But don't, I mean, if let's say if it's in the wrong direction, you know and anytime you register that, you got to make the change at that point, because yeah, people don't want to you know make a mistake, because
Yes.
they spend almost like
Now,
15 hours, 20 hours of doing this painting, and they don't want to make a mistake. So they don't want to correct it. They just leave the way it is. And but I think at that point you have to keep changing it. Sorry if I'm not confusing
yes. Now,
you.
hmm yeah. Now there. Okay, I can see your mouth now. But I was just about to ask you about the camera and its position because I'm catching like the half of your face, like from your nose up, and then everything else
Oh,
is like
I see. I see. I see.
incognito.
Oh, I see. Okay.
I can see your whole
Okay.
face now. There you go.
Yeah.
Much better.
Okay.
That's great. I mean, for those who are just listening, aren't any visuals, sorry, then it's fine. But yeah, to see your whole face. There you go.
Okay. Okay. Yeah.
There you go. Handsome face for us to see. And we will show some of your just a presentation of some of your art. Okay, let's take a look here. Let's see how this works out. All right, just give me a moment. And let's see if we can get here. Okay, full screen. Let's take a look at some of the pieces that you have here. And
Okay.
you want to say something about this particular piece?
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
gorgeous.
This one was. Yeah. Thank you. I took this picture with a cop. In downtown Toronto, cops ride the horses, like in Queen Street, I think, in many places. So I removed the cup and I just placed my daughter on on the horse.
I
So I
love
made
it.
my daughter sit on a bench. I took a picture of her and in a profile, and I tried to eyeball the placement of the size of the horse and as a real size proportion, and placed it on the horse. And it was amazing. Like,
Yeah,
I love that.
yeah,
She was wearing her bike helmet.
yeah. It's great, and all the
It
colors
has the
work.
like the
And I
movement. And yeah,
yes, all of
yeah,
your pieces do though. That's I don't know how you. It's just the way that you express yourself through your fingers, from your spirit to your fingers is all I can say to describe it.
yeah,
And okay, this is a little about you, and then there's this piece of these bikers. I think this you had gotten some
yeah,
awards too, didn't you, Sujesh, for your art?
yeah. For this one, yes, it was SC, like Society of Canadian Artists. I've got an award for the honorable mention award for this piece. It's great. It's great.
Congratulations.
Yeah, thank you so much.
And
And for
what
particularly
was it?
this piece,
What was
the
the
background yellow. Uh-huh.
yes? What was the
What I
inspiration
mean to
for
say is
this
like this.
particular piece?
This painting basically when I started it 2019 with no intention of the subject matter, but I had some extra paint of yellow, and I always keep experimenting with. It's just a blank canvas. I just put some squeegee and removed it. It was 4 years ago, 4 or 5 years ago. I just put it aside, and it was in my rack for many years. And then for this, I thought, I want to do as a cyclist. So I thought this would be, nicely matching with the people in motion. So I used the same background and enhanced it with the bikers. This picture was
Perfect.
taken in Toronto, and yeah, I love this
Yeah.
piece. Yeah,
Yes, I
gives a
do.
glimpse of
They look
movement, like the transience.
exactly always. This is what I'm saying with your pieces. They're always so very vibrant. There's always this energy. It seems like it's alive, like the painting is alive. Gorgeous. And this is people in movement, downtown Toronto. Look
Yeah,
at that.
I believe it's Spadina and it's Queen. I think yes.
Mhm. And this is sweetie.
This is a scene from CN Tower. Uh, it's oil on panel. Such a busy city, eh?
Yes, it looks like there's a lot going on down there, and
Yeah,
there usually is. So that's the thing. Toronto is very very busy city. Lots of activity all the time.
yeah. It's more people now.
And those are the city cars, the street cars that
Yeah,
are very
yeah,
prevalent in the downtown area, and they are.
yeah.
uh, I find that they you find use them a lot in your pieces as a subject, either in the background or in the foreground,
Yeah,
and I
yeah,
love that.
yeah.
To me, that streetcar is like almost like a signature as far as I'm concerned with some of your works. When I see it, I say, okay, yeah, I know
Yeah.
that's your piece.
Thank you.
Yeah, movement, another movement. How is it that you capture this movement so extraordinarily? I am I'm captivated by it because every piece, no matter how what the subject is doing, you feel like it's alive and
Mhm.
it's in movement. It's like
Yeah.
almost like a video.
Mhm.
Like he's just sitting on the bike. You can tell this his foot is
Yeah,
stationary, but it
yeah,
still feels
yeah.
like he's just about to take off, and there's still some like
Mhm.
potential energy they call it in the piece.
Yeah. I'm so impressed with, in particular, say, John Singer Sargent and like many other artists, say, like Alex Kanwasky. Like these are all people I really inspire, and when you see a lot of images of them, and I really inspire those art. And I think I would take my own like capturing my own style, like when you keep doing repeated um, paintings like of and I think you resonate your own style. And now I'm not very particular about the style, or I'm not very particular about the brushwork. I just keep doing it, and until it just satisfies. For a couple of days I work on a piece, I put it aside, and I work on a different one. I come back. It's just a negotiation between, it's just a conversation or something that happens. If it stays, it resonates, I just leave the way it is. I don't disturb more. I just put some paintwork, and then I leave it aside, and I on my go. Like I see it. If it looks good, I just leave it, and I don't overwork it. Sometimes I think even in this piece here, the street lamp, or the sign, the street sign, or what do you call that? The signal. It's just a
Yes.
stroke of like a charcoal, and that's it.
Mm,
I think I think it's okay. We don't have to over enhance it. I think I don't have to
right.
explain. It's very hard to
Yeah, it's
explain, but
perfect. It's
we keep
perfect.
it loose, basically. Very impressionistic. I mean, we have photographs like advanced camera. Everybody has a camera, like a photo, like a picture now. Anybody could take a picture. So I'm not very into like doing it photorealistic. I just
Yeah,
want to be like a brushwork, impressionistic style, or
but it gives a
something to
sense of depth,
capture
right?
the movement,
It adds depth to the
the
piece because you
values.
have like, yeah, exactly, and then you have like the background that's in the background, so you're focused on all of the detail in the foreground. And for those of you who are
Mhm.
listening in and you have no visuals before you, if you're listening through either Apple or Podbean or iHeart or one of those, you can go on over to YouTube and have a look at some of Sujesh's wonderful art, his great art. And where can folks find you if they want to see some of your art? Where can they find you online, Sujesh?
I mean, I'm on Instagram, and have my website, but not update. I don't update my website much, but Instagram I'm active. Yes.
Okay. Okay. And the information for his socials will be in the show notes, so you can take a look at that as well. Was this a rainy day? I'm just wondering with this
Hey, there's a
piece.
rainy day. You see the reflection. Yeah, somewhere in King Street, I guess. But yeah, it was rainy
Typical.
reflections.
Yes. Lovely. I can see the snow and the CN Tower in the background.
Yeah, yeah.
It's amazing how you captured the smoke, like fog, and very atmospheric, the piece.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
You can
Yeah,
almost
yeah.
feel how cold it is, feel the
Yeah,
temperature by
yeah.
just looking at it. I love that.
I mean, you squint your eyes. When you squint your eyes, everything seems to be blurry, and that's an essence. I squint my eyes, and sometimes I rub my fingers on to get some merging done, or some dry brush or some fingers I use, just to
Squinting
attain,
your eyes. I have to
get a
try
glimpse
that
of that.
squint.
Not sure. Yeah, it's
I have
fun.
to try to squint my eyes and see if it works for me.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. No, if you squint your eyes, everything seems to be blurry, and it a little bit seems
Right,
that
right.
realism I get. The farscape, the distance, but the far buildings, it looks really far, but then the amount of the values are very important when you do paintings. It just pushes
Mhm.
the subject how far and front, mid ground. So I believe that
Mhm.
many times.
Yeah, and I can see like what you did with these, like with the background, it's like faded out, and then the colors are
Yeah.
brighter and more vibrant in the foreground. And there's more activity, there's more detail in the foreground as well. I love it. And these What medium is this? Is this also oil?
I'm using water-based oils, so
Okay.
it's just so easy to you don't get the odor because my home I work in a small space here, so if I use oil, it's very toxic. So I try to switch to
Right.
I'm changed to water-based oils. It's good. The colors are vibrant,
It sound
and I don't.
Thanks for telling me about that. I mean, it seems counterintuitive having water-based oil. It sounds like it doesn't work, but
Yeah,
obviously it can. It's doable because I'm looking at these pieces
it's very
and
interesting. Yeah, it's very interesting. I love the drips too. When I use a squeezy or some medium, I mean some like squeezies, or I create my own stuff in rubber. When I move it creates
painting
that watery
accessories.
dripping feel, and accessories. Yeah, it's fun that way. Um, experimenting.
Wow, this building looks real. That I'm looking at right here. I want to point to it, but the second building, like this one over here, I don't know if you can see where I'm pointing.
Mhm,
That it's
mhm.
that looks real. The texture on the facade of the building.
Yeah.
Wow.
Mhm.
And then on the other side, yeah, it's great
There's a lot of things
sense
happening
of
here,
perspective for sure.
I mean, the
So
people,
are
there's
the
so much people.
water-based oils, are they more expensive or are they about the same?
I think it's almost the same price. And I try to minimize the colors. I don't go too much, 7 to 8 colors, 7 to 8 colors. You know, primary colors, so that it's easy to handle too many colors is a it's a complication. I have a few, like 1 or 2 colors which is an extra tone, but then other than that, I try to minimize the base color, like basic colors, keep it easy, like a simple palette.
Yeah, this looks real. Left and right, both of them, because you can see the
Uh,
reflections on the ground, the shadowings, and the reflection in the
yeah,
car windshield, for example, in the building. It's like all of all of this attention to detail that comes with I'm assuming experience, and obviously you have the talent. But
I mean, you make a
how do
mistake, right? You
you
make a mistake, and mhm. Paintings are full of mistakes, I would say. Like I mean, and you squint your eyes and
yeah,
just leave it.
how are
Mm,
you able
mm.
to achieve your yeah, okay, all right, this is the colors, lots of blues and reds, some reds. I notice a lot of
Yeah,
reds in your,
yeah.
do you have a particular color that you prefer?
I mean, the red generally, and that too with the reflection, it has an essence of like attraction. When it's really red, like a blocky of red. But this one doesn't. But then I'm saying, like, if bunch of red, it gives it's an attraction. I think the red and black, it's a contrast. But then it has so much of intensity that I mean, I'm so captured with that in some pieces. This one was a demo. I did it
Okay.
in for the Scarborough. It's a live demo. That picture, one on the right, streetcar. It was rainy day again. People
Yeah.
were walking inside. Yeah.
Lots of rain here in Ontario.
Yeah. Yeah.
We have a lot of rain
No,
and a
it's
lot of
easy that
snow.
way. Yeah. 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 Yeah.
Look at the expressions on the faces that you've captured. You can tell like the mood. There's this particular mood and the emotionality of these subjects you have here in the foreground. Yeah, this is great. Yeah, everyone doing
Thanks.
their own separate thing. Then there's people in the background. I love it. Wow. Now you have. how has the festival circuit been for you this last season? Has it been, was it successful, or what do you find on this the art festival circuit?
Um, this is a bundle of appreciation. It's always, which is very much needed for as an artist. You need that kind of an encouragement, appreciation, to do even more. So yeah, this I love that. To showcase and show your stuff, and people really do appreciate, and very satisfying.
Yes.
Thank you.
And hopefully you get some commissions from
Commission,
those
yeah,
festivals, right?
yeah, yeah, yeah. The commissions are always, it's like it hit. If you don't have any commissions, you've given a subject to do something, and then it's good. But when it comes to commission, it's like restriction. You're very conscious about what you're doing. So yeah, it's good. It's good
Right.
commissions. I wouldn't say no, but I'm saying in general, um,
That's a little cute.
it's a free-minded, like a freestyle. When we don't have any expectations, and you just do it for yourself, right? And it's good. You know what I mean?
Yes. More fulfilling
More
because you get to
fulfilling.
do
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
whatever you want. It's not as
Whatever you,
restrictive.
yeah, 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 yeah. Where the moment it says the commission, you're so careful about it, and you think it many times. Is it good? You confuse at a point sometimes. But then,
Yes. Yes.
like these paintings are, yeah, yeah. This is a particular scene where I saw, with the dog and the girl. The streetcar behind this not the streetcar. I mean, this train is on a movement, um, just behind, inside the subway station. So you could see the girl bending and kind of like petting the dog. Can you see that?
Uh,
So the
no,
secondary
not from.
image. Uh,
I didn't, no, I didn't see that one. I didn't see her. No, she isn't patting on the.
I
She
mean,
just
the
has
girl's
the dog
hat.
on the leash
She's
here.
it,
Uh,
and there's yeah, and there's a secondary, like a
okay,
darker
okay.
green
I do. Oh,
image of
all
the
right.
girl. Yeah.
Okay, yes, I see it right behind there. Okay, good thing you mentioned that. Now I can see it totally. It's just like it was. I was
Yeah,
so focused on the cute dog. I didn't notice, but there.
yeah,
This is
yeah,
what I'm talking about.
yeah,
About the dimensions in your work, because you can
yeah,
take one
yeah.
piece and you can basically study it for an hour or more, because there's so many things going on in the piece. And even when I've seen your work in person, and it had, well, yes, up close and live, and there's so much texture, and with the paints there's so many things going on there, so there's a lot to study and take in, for sure. All right, this is another movement here. Lots of lots of movement again, a busy. And do you find that you take more photos? Do you do plein air? What do
Yeah.
you prefer?
Sometimes, yeah, I've done some plein air, but mostly in the studios. So I take a video clips or sometimes photographs, like a few sequence of photographs, or it could be even momentarily, a video clip that I take on my phone, and then I play it, and
Mhm.
certain elements that resonates. I try it a few times. If it doesn't resonate, I keep adding more layers until it's I'm happy with the with the image. So
Okay, is this the
usually
same
it's like
dog from
that
before, or it's a
process.
different dog?
It's a different dog, different space, different angle, different day.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I couldn't tell if it was the same subject as before or not, because it's from this one is from behind.
Oh,
I mean,
oh, yeah, 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 yeah.
right,
I
right.
mean,
So it was
inside
hard to.
the subway station, it's the same lighting, right? It's indoors, so um,
Yes.
it's the same kind of a lighting.
And you've captured that the subway perfectly, the movement and how you feel and that kind of claustrophobia you get when you're down there underground.
Yeah.
It's great.
Yeah. I mean,
Oh, this is nature now. Oh, wow. Look at that. Look at the water, the movement in the water and the trees. Like some of the trees
yeah,
are evergreen. You've captured that. And
there's this group called
and the
Men with
water.
Brushes. Last winter, I think we had a chance. I had a chance uh, to to gather together, and we met at Algonquin, um, and we did a plein air, like it was -15 to -25, somewhere in between there, and it was fun, you know, um, painting outdoor with the gang with the gang of men, and it's fun, extensive sport.
Yeah.
Painting outdoor in the cold, it's challenging. This one
So
was in
you
the Bowmanville
deviated
Valley.
somewhat. Okay, okay, okay.
I mean, the subject matter, it just changes, but the painting, the technique, I think it's very similar to what I normally do. Just the subject matter is quite different nature.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Some people are more drawn to nature, some to the cityscape, some it just doesn't
yeah,
matter. You
yeah,
feeling how you're feeling on that particular day. So that is great. And this is also nature and landscape. And I'm looking at the
yeah.
sky. And the colors in the sky remind me of Van Gogh's piece, that
It was a
Starry
great
Night.
sky that day. Starry night. Oh, okay.
Yes.
I mean, I squint my
And the
eyes. If you
reflection, look
squint
at
your
the
eyes, you
reflection
could
in the
see
water.
it's all the hard edges blend together. That's the advantage when you squint.
Okay, I haven't squinted. That's the thing. I've never tried that. So I have to add that to my
I
repertoire.
mean,
Squinting to
squinting.
see what
Squinting.
happens.
It,
I'm
it
gonna
makes
experiment. I'll experiment.
I mean, it just makes your thing blurry, the image blurry, right? Mm.
Yes, I love it. Snow. This is great. This is great. This is how we feel right now. We don't have any snow on the ground, but it's
Yeah,
pretty cold.
yeah, it is.
Oh, these are so cute. These are so cute.
Yeah, yeah, thank you. And I love portraits and people in movement too. I'm trying to capture that recently. I mean, for a long time, but then trying different things out of my comfort zone.
Yes, again, yeah, the thing is like this is a portrait, but there's still movement even though they're looking. It's like you're feeling
Mm.
what they're feeling.
Yeah,
You
try not to
you
be
look
so
in their eyes.
careful
Their
when you
eyes
paint. Keep
have
it.
that's so
Mhm,
interesting. Yes, how you capture the spirit of your subject
mhm.
through their eyes, through their expression. That is a gift. Wow.
Thank you.
In these angles. Oh, and there's different
Sometimes I don't plan.
expressions.
I just painted
Just
one. I just painted one, and then it was a sequence. But and then I thought, okay, why won't I do a like a triptych scene, and then it keeps developing, and I could do
yeah, it
another three
works.
on reversing it. It's it's just fun to. It's just paper, It's just acrylic
Yeah,
paper
it
on.
works, man. And this is yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, and that is the image on the left is of at an art fair, I think. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. This has been great. So they are, if anyone wants to find your work and they want to purchase your work, they can go into your website and the
Oh,
website
Instagram
will be
and
in
message
your
me.
website. or Instagram and message DM you. That's
Yeah, and
fine. You can slide in there.
absolutely.
Oh, okay, that's great. Okay, Instagram, Sujesh.
Yeah. Hello. Can hear you. Yeah.
What is your handle for Instagram? Anyway, the information will be in the show
Sujesh
notes for
Chitty,
sure.
yeah. Okay. It's
That will,
Sujesh Chitty V. Yeah. Sorry, there's a lag there. Okay. Okay.
yes, we will have that information. That's Sujesh, Sujesh, Chitty, Chitty. For those of you listening, V. Okay, V as in victory. Hopefully you got that. If not, it will be in the show notes. I know some people just want to dash over while they're listening and not necessarily look in the show notes. They want to just, so that's why I'm asking. Someone will say something, I say, oh, let me check that out right now. And I don't pay attention to the show notes sometimes. But yeah, it makes, sometimes it pays to pay attention to the show notes. All right, so that was great and
uh,
beautiful pieces. Enjoyed looking at that, and hopefully
Thank you.
the viewing audience there on Spotify and YouTube would also have enjoyed looking at your lovely pieces. So we're going to wrap up, but
Okay. Thank you,
before
Preeti. Thank you
we
so much for
go,
the.
I wanted to know
Yeah.
what is next. We're not done yet. I want to know what's next for you. What do you want to do next? What is your hope and your aspiration in when it comes to the world of art? What would you like to do?
I want to be a painter. Like honestly, I've been painting for a long time, and I hope I want to take this to the next. I mean, I don't know, not much of plans, but then I want to be a painter and try to capture the essence of people, the movement, and energy that I've always wanted to capture. And observation has always been um, a great challenge, and and try to achieve that instantaneously and constantly. I'm doing that painting. I hope it continues. Yeah, yeah. You'll see more paintings coming on
Yes.
soon.
Yes.
Another
Archival form too.
series that I've been working on. Um,
Yeah.
yeah,
Uh, and you also create concept art.
yeah, yeah. I've been working
You
in
also
the
create
VFX
concept
industry
art.
as
Is that
a.
something that you'd be interested in the future? If had the opportunity to create more concept.
That's yeah. I work for visual effects for feature films since 2010 as a digital matte painter. I've always been set extension um, for many films, and been doing concepting in Photoshop. Um, and that's like the regular job that it's all hand in hand, that supports the painting. And I've always been in painting, like digital painting or the painting. So it's been very helpful in supporting each side of it. So I really like that. I really love the digital side aspect of it, and when it comes to traditional, it's even more challenging, and it's even more, it's I'm more leaning towards the painting side, because this is physical, right? You mix the paint in a palette, and you test it, and you don't know how it's gonna come out. You try it a few times. If it sticks, it sticks. Otherwise, you keep changing it, and then that's the process is unexplainable. It's hands on. So I love that leaning more towards that side. But this is kind of like a this is this is a job that I do to
Yes.
support my art.
We were having
So
just a few, yes, we were having a few technical issues with the internet here. And so there is some lag, and you may hear some matrix, the sounds of the matrix,
yes.
sounds from the matrix every now and then. Maybe not, but yeah, there is a little bit of lag from our end, at least from my end. And hopefully that is not
My
too
end.
much of a.
Okay. Okay.
Oh, I think it could be my end as well. So, but sometimes it happens. Is yeah, we have no control over that right now.
Okay. Okay.
But yeah, so that was great. That was great. I'd like to have you to back, and we can talk more about the play your toolkit or in your paint kit. Yeah. So, what else is on the easel which you're working on? All right.
Yeah.
Okay, so before we
Definitely.
end today, I
Yeah.
wanted to give a shout out to the Clarington East Food Bank. The Clarington East Food Bank here in Ontario, and they work
Mhm.
tirelessly to assist the local community in eliminating food insecurity. There are so many people, so many families. So if you have, wherever you are in the world and you're listening in, and there is a local food bank, I would encourage you to please donate. Donate to your local food bank, your local Salvation Army, because there are children, there are families that have very little or nothing. They're literally starving. And they depend on the contribution from the donors. Okay, so there our local food bank is Clarington East Food Bank, and there's you can always see Susan and Tracy. They're there to assist you. They're located online, claringtoneastfoodbank.ca, if you want more information. So that is for the listeners and those who are interested, because it is real. And as a human race, to be our community, and they are, to help our brothers and sisters when they need help. Okay, so that is, well, that's pretty much a wrap. We've had Sujesh Chitty, uh, Toronto based, well, cityscape, urban
Artist.
based artist, but you do all. You do portraits, you do commissions, you particular. So it was a pleasure to have you here. We've been planning it for some time, and finally it came together. So I'm happy that you showed up and showed out and shared your art with us today. Thank you so much for that.
Thank you so much, Russell. Yeah, thank you so much for the
All right.
opportunity and
Yes. Just hang on there. All right, everyone. You're listening to Journaling with PT podcast. Thank you. Stay tuned.
cheers.